Well, hello and welcome, my League of Eagles. It's leaders and legacy in style, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I guess the masculine is coming out more today. My Eagles, I have a little bit of a cold, so you'll bear with me and stay with me. We're live, so I want you to join me in another radiant episode of Leaders in Legacy in Style with my guest, Anna Leverents. She is a transformational mentor, a catalyst for joyful change, and a quantum leap facilitator, and so much more. She's here to share fresh perspectives on freedom, responsibility, and true transformation. Isn't that what we want? So I want you to step into the conversation with me. Drop your comments and your questions. I'll be with you in real time. So join us here at Facebook.me/Joy Ruffen Consulting. And Eagles, don't miss your moment. Claim your style clarity gift, the 7-step confidence bundle, and a one-on-one private session with me. Subscribe now, joyruffen.com/style clarity. Now, this conversation that we're going to have today, it's bread and butter, peanut butter and jelly, and it's all the good stuff for me. And I'm sure it's going to be for you as well. This lady I met in another beautiful networking group. I love the work that she's doing. And the work that she's doing is so timely with what I do and what you're doing, because we are in the throngs of a big awakening here. So when she says a catalyst for joyful change, how can you not embrace that? So all you have to do is sit back, buckle in, relax, and help me welcome our featured guest speaker today. Anna, as they say on the telly, come on up. Hello.
Hello. Pleasure to be here with you, Joy. Joyful joy.
Oh my goodness. And today I'm really being joyful because I woke up on Thursday with this cold, and I've been working to get rid of it, and it is better, but it is there. But you know what? You gave me a good tip. You said you're just bringing out more of the masculine in you with that voice today. So good for me and good for you. And thank you for your grace. Anna, the work that you do, I love the title and how you do it, your background and everything that you're about. Tell us a little bit before we get into the nuts and bolts of what you do, how you came to do this work. How did it come to you? How did you start?
Well, at the very beginning, my life is, some people say my middle name is change. I did not choose it. It just happened to be part of who I am. So I'm used to change, and I realized at a certain point it's actually about flow. Mm-hmm. Go with the flow. Let go and allow. There is a bigger picture we are a part of, and when we allow, let go of control, which is an illusion anyway. So this is how it started, and I kept flowing with it. And at a certain point, because this world is lacking joy, and it is lacking meaning, and both is interrelated, because when you look at the workplace and the world in general, the joy is lacking. Why? Because there is no meaning. Most things, the work, and there is no meaning, something bigger. And when we come back to the meaning, when we find the meaning, when we find our purpose, then there is joy again. And I realized another thing in big part of what I am about is freedom, purpose, fulfillment. And freedom has two aspects. Usually it is freedom just a run from where I'm at. But freedom has another aspect, freedom from and freedom to.
Yes.
Freedom to do what I'm meant to do, what I'm supposed to do, what is my purpose. And when you find the freedom, then there is joy. And in a state of joy, you attract that which fulfills you. So it comes full circle.
Full circle. Anna, I love the way you described and explained that to us, because I love a lot of the words that you use, flow and change, which is difficult for most of us to embrace it. And one of the other things that you gave me that I really love is you're a lifelong seeker for truth and wisdom, which is what you're about and what you're doing here. And you covered briefly a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about. I think change and being able to flow with it and to navigate through it in a positive way to find your purpose and all, it's not easy for most of us. So tell us about the lack of joy and meaning impacting our lives, especially today with all of this newness that we're dealing with, the iPhone and AI and all of these changes that are going on with us on the universe, no matter where you are. Give us more of the lack of joy and how that meaning impacts our lives today. Start off with that.
We're completely distracted from ourselves. We lose ourselves because we are all over the place, in the internet, the social media, everything. And when you start to focus on you, you see, you are a gift to this world, and you have to unbox yourself to become what you are meant to be, what you are created to be. And with this, when you are in tune with what and who you truly are, when you find this, when say discover it, that is a big step for this. So really, with all the madness we have, there is this constant FOMO. Well, just retract and that which is meant for you will find you when you get out of your own way. Stop searching, start receiving.
Well, how does one go about that? Now, it's different, Anna, for each and every individual. It's different for everyone. But what are some of the seeds that you can plant within us, regardless of all of our differences and all the similarities as well? Where does one begin to get to that awareness? And how?
Intending. Step into the position of the conscious observer. So it is not about mindfulness or related stuff. It's about being in the here and now and be the observer. Do not judge. Do not compare. Observe and be with it. We forgot to be in our busy world.
I love that.
You see, like a child can be by themselves and just busy being themselves and absorbed by something that is peanuts for the parent. When you come back to this, and in this, there is also joy again.
I like that. But I have a question, a little bit of a concern. I like the analogy that you made about the kid playing with the peanuts or whatever, and then the parents saying what's going on. But how does one get to that being, to the being? Be an observer. I like that, not to judge. That I'm strong with, and most of us, I think. But how do we get to that being? How do we arrive at that being who we are, who we're meant to be, and what we're meant to do here?
When we stop busy doing. When I was in a very, say, challenging time period, I realized when I let go, really go with the flow, then there is the joy, and it is practice.
Practice. Yes.
When you no longer need to control everything, which you can't do anyways, and really allow.
I like that, Anna. Let me tell you why, because you mentioned a word here that's very prevalent in the stratosphere today. When it started and how it started, I'm not interested. But everywhere you hear people saying, I'm so busy, I'm so busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. But I like the word, if you're going to say that, use it. I'm more immersed in what I'm doing. But that has to do with control, too. So how do we get away from this illusion? And it is an illusion of control. The only person and I don't even like the word control, is that you can manage is yourself. Being the best of yourself and being open to receiving other people. So what is this illusion of control? How do we get around that?
When you have the idea you should be a certain way and you have to improve yourself all the time. Think of yourself like an apple tree. An apple tree is an apple tree and is perfectly an apple tree no matter what season it is in, if it has fruit or not.
That's a good analogy. That's a great analogy. I think with all of this wisdom and sharing, I think for most of us, it's the process of getting to know what type of tree you are and how to be the best tree that you can be in that realm, whatever that means. I think that's basically it. So freedom ties into all of this. And then we're going to say freedom means being responsible. So with all this bouncing around and being an observer and not being judgmental and getting to the essence and the core of who we are and why we're here and what we're to do, how does that freedom means taking responsibility, how does that play in with you? I already have a seed for what it will be, Anna, but I want to hear it from you.
When you say freedom is a gift and a responsibility and a chore at the same time, because suddenly think of a child or say a teenager. They are now free from their parents' home and they are on their own feet. And suddenly they have to take responsibility of everything, almost everything. And that is why people like to be free from confinement. But then you have to do all the things that your parents or your boss or whoever did for you.
Yes.
You have to grow up. As an adult, you have to take responsibility and you have to take action.
I think with my limited knowing, but my knowing and observing without judging, I think this is one of the major things that's happened to our society, is that we're seeking this freedom, but we're not seeking it for the responsibility that it entails for each and every one of us. I use another analogy, Anna, and I'd like your take on this. I think our moral compass, morality, not much of what was in the old days, but what's coming about here in the new, blending the two of them and getting a middle there that works. I think that's where many of us have just dropped the ball, because we want that freedom, but that freedom means that you can do any, every, and all things without any consequences. That's not freedom. Freedom is being responsible for yourself and responsible for others who come after you and who are with you. So I like when you say the illusion of control and freedom means taking responsibility. I think that's one of the many ways, myself maybe included, that we've dropped that responsibility of being that. Anna, I love the conversation and where we're going with it, because this is a powerful conversation now for all of us anywhere in the world. But I'm going to take a quick little reset. My engineer is going to shoot you into the green room and I'll be back with you in just a second. That said, my Eagles, my friends, let me say this to you. We have a group here. It's called the Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. This group is for women only, but we're not sexist here. We love our men because we're all about the divine masculine and the divine feminine in both genders. But how we blend them is what we're seeking now. So your vision, your mission, and your purpose, it matters. So join the group. Get to know the other Eagles in the group and see how you can collaborate with them and make it worthwhile for you. And then I want to invite you to my YouTube channel, Joy Ruffen Fashioning, Femininity, Style, and Truth. Now, my way of doing this is vastly different. I'm not knocking any of the other stylists out there, but the before and the after and all of that, if you don't get the basics, get the beginning and the rebirth of what's going to work best for you and how to retain it and contain it so it's yours and you know when, where, and how in every situation, then it's going to be a temporary type of thing for you. And that's what's offered to many. We're going back to the rebirth of what style means. So take a screenshot and a snapshot. And plus I have a style bundle that we're offering you, a complimentary one-on-one session with me. This is the beginning seeds. It's not the end all be all, but if you really want to take fashion and make it part of your signature style, this is where you need to go. And I'm eager to meet with you for those who are really interested in that small percentage of us who care about style, signature style, yours. Doesn't belong to anybody else. And then we're going to put up my featured guest speaker, her graphic, Joyful Change, because we're in the throngs of change, my Eagles. Transformation in action. Anna is a catalyst for joyful change. That's what you're looking for. So take a screenshot and a snapshot, and then make sure you get her website below and that you connect with her, because what she's offering you is the opportunity to go deep and dwell into the essence and the core of you and your purpose and why you're here and what you're to do while here. And she does it with such grace and such wisdom and such love. So you behooves you not to go and meet with her. Now, that said, Anna, we're back. And what I want to talk about now, it ties in with what we left with: freedom commands responsibility. Then let's talk about change that requires accountability, because in my humble opinion, they align, they blend together. So what do you mean when you say change requires accountability? Because I really think it connects to freedom means taking responsibility. That's where something has happened to us. So how do you speak to that?
Sure. I mean, any kind of change, if you want to lose weight, if you want to get fitter, whatever you want, whatever kind of change, change is a process. It is not an event. And joyful change is a lifestyle. So there is a lot that is changing your beliefs. Impossible is just a belief. Get rid of it. And become what you are created to be. And be open what this is, because we are taught how little we are not enough. And when we have this consistency, that is what helps you to get through all of this. It is when you're growing up as a child, you don't realize how much it takes, but it is your innate wisdom, your innate being is pulling you through. And as an adult, it takes a little more effort because of all the conditioning we went through. But it is possible, because impossible is just a belief. I'm a living proof of this.
Ooh, Anna.
And you can do it as well.
Yes. Anna, everything that you share with us just now, I'm going to ask you to repeat a little bit of it, because it really resonated with me, because I know the truth was spoken there. What you said and what I say in a different way, but you really were very succinct and clear with it. Clarity is our key word for this month, because everybody's in the September spotlight this month, whether you want to be or not. You're in the September spotlight. You said that change is a process, not a event.
Exactly.
We're in an instant society now. Everybody, or most everyone, it's never all, but it's far too many. We want everything yesterday. We don't want to take the time and put the energy and the love and the work into what needs to be done to get us where we need to be. That's my take. It's not a negative take. I'm not taking a negative outlook on it, but this is what I see, feel, and know in many, many people. And the same for what we all do in different ways. So when you said it's a process, I love that. And also that entails also the programming, the conditioning, and I add into it the sexualizing, especially that we as women have been privy to for the past zillion years. It's time to change that. So I love the way you put that. How did that come to you, or was that always a knowing with you that change is a process and not an event? Because I think more people need to hear that, myself included. Yeah.
In hindsight, yes. So I was living it without realizing that I did it. And there is the control issue in most, because you want to control the end result, which you can't. And apart from my being a catalyst for joyful change, I'm also a quantum leap facilitator.
Yes.
And people said, I'd like a quantum leap out of here, but there is a caveat. With a quantum leap, you don't know where you end up. Yes. And it could be amazing, more than you could fathom, but there is this change, because at the end of a process, or at a certain period of change, you are very different. Think of the butterfly. The chrysalis is the chrysalis where most of us are at the moment. We have been the caterpillar. We are in this confinement of the chrysalis.
Yes.
And it is, if we have known before, we would not have turned into the chrysalis, because we are being dissolved to primordial goo and reshaped, transformed into a completely new being. We become what we have been designed, we have been created to be, and we had no clue when we started. And this is part of the change process people cannot imagine. and some get an idea and they are scared. And again, I can only say, let go with the flow.
Yes, I love that
The
word.
worst thing that can happen is nothing happens and you're stuck where you are.
Yes. I love that word flow, and I use it quite a bit, Anna. But let me piggyback on something that you shared that I think we need to have more of it resonating in our souls, the core of us.
Mm-hmm.
That illusion of control, it really is an illusion. I gave it up several years ago because I was very much a perfectionist and a control freak, truth be told. But what I've learned is that you learn to manage your own emotions, your own everything, and then you attempt in every way to share that with the people that you're working with, to treat like you want to be treated. You manage yourself first so that you can manage the people who are working with you, not control them. Because nobody with half a brain, as Momsy would say, wants to micromanage anybody. That's part of your team, right? You want them to be free and to initiate and do whatever. And if you don't like it, they have to be strong enough, or you pray that they will be. They can take your constructive criticism if it's offered. So I love the difference between control and manage. I think that's one of the biggest illusions that people come to. They feel they have to control everything. They have to be on top of everything. And that's not good at all. And that's part of the programming, conditioning, and this hunger for wealth, for fame, for money, and all that other stuff. So that said, how do you talk about, this is a good ending concern here. And most of us really want to hear, I do, and I'm sure everybody out there now and those who will come later, the root cause of your issue is the key. Oh, this is so powerful, to lasting change. The root cause of your issue, whatever it is the key to lasting change.
It's the key to joyful change, and actually it is the key for your quantum leap out of your situation, because you have to know where you're coming from and let go of limiting beliefs, the programming. It looks difficult, but it is fairly easy when done properly. And I have quite a lot of experience in my own life and with the clients I work. So, Carrie, listening.
No, if that is the case, that I know. But the root cause of your issue, which has taken me all of this time for me to really accept, acknowledge, and completely be aware of it. It's only within the past couple of years that I've really come to the root cause of a lot of my issues. So, and I'm a happy senior, happy to rise each and every day. I say this every time because I don't say it just for verbiage. I say it because I mean it. But how do you support people to getting to the root cause? Because that is the cause for much of the issues and stuff that they deal with. Mine was self-love and money, however you intertwine the two of them together. So how do you get people to know what that is so they can begin to step into change that will be everlasting and will be a legacy that's impactful for others?
Looking at the beliefs. We have countless beliefs. And when you go to the origin of this belief, and a belief is something we have been taught, or it is a conclusion at the end of a situation, and it is not the truth. When you look at your beliefs and then realize it is just a belief and it is not the truth, and sometimes it's the non-truth, it looks like a lot of work, but actually it is like a string of pearls. And I have the gift to perceive, I have the gift to perceive down to this truth, to see I lost my thought of train.
I know it happens to me all the time.
Anyways, so it is my biggest gift. I cannot explain it, I just use it. And it is very effective. So you don't have to be afraid it takes ages. I'm a quantum leap facilitator. And I'm at your side because it takes, you just quantum leap.
Yes. I received that. And Anna, what happened to you happens to me all the time. I lose my train of thought because there's so much marinating up there.
Exactly.
But what you said about beliefs and the origin of them, and you lost your train of thought there for a moment, and you can't explain it. This is what I call the X factor. you can't put a name or label exactly on. You just know that it's something
Mhm.
that's very powerful, that's unique and indigenous to you, that you share with other people, and you can't label it. I get that, because there are many ways that we all do this in different ways. Those of us who are in leadership and honoring our thing. The other thing too that you said, I really want to go back to, it all ties together, beliefs and the origin. Now that has a lot to do with our programming, our conditioning, and how we were brought up and all that kind of stuff. But what is one of the beginning seeds that one can begin to implement to walk away from beliefs and origins of them that don't serve you anymore?
Well, you can ask, when you are the observer and you observe a certain thought or emotion, and you can ask, why am I thinking this? Why am I believing this?
Mm-hmm.
And you keep questioning like a 3-year-old. Why? And you just follow down the track.
I'm only laughing because I was always a why kid. I want to know why. And my mom would always say, Joy, that's enough. I wanted the origin of what it was so I could understand.
Exactly.
So I get that. It's really something. I have to tell you, the time goes here. It goes much too quickly. I want my engineer to put up your graphic and tell us a little bit about what you're offering there and what you're offering to the people who are interested in a joyful change and would love to work with you and see how you do this quantum leap facilitating thing, which most of us need and want at different stages in their lives. So if she puts up your graphic, then give us your takeaway. What is it you want us to leave us with, to take away about what you do?
Well, realize you are a gift for this world. And you need to unbox yourself, like your latest iPhone. And let go, say, unbox yourself, get out of all the limitations that you have been put into, and ignore them, because it is just a belief. And when you stop believing and don't care what the rest of the world says, you are free. Free for what you are meant to do, you become what you are created to be, which is beyond your imagination.
I like that. Beyond your imagination. And who was it? Einstein said your imagination is everything, ride with it, flow with it. But then you're saying we can go beyond that. I like that. And what you also said that I've always believed, I can see it now within myself and with others. We are a gift to the world, but we own that. We have to be ready to step into that transformation, that change, to own our X factor, our gift to the world. So I love that. Anna, I have to tell you that this has been very impactful and powerful for me, because I'm all about change. I know that it's our time now, especially it's for men too, but I'm about working with women, and what you're doing needed everywhere. So don't stop, which you won't. Keep going. My engineer is going to put you in the green room, and I'll be with you in just a second. Thank you. This was really, really good. Thank you. My League of Eagles, what a powerful conversation with Anna today. My biggest takeaway, and I want you to think about this too, because it's really, really powerful. She said, be a big observer, but don't judge. Observe everything, take it in, look at it, and don't judge it. Walk away and use it in a way that's going to be impactful for you and maybe even for others. It's a truth to carry with you into the weeks ahead. And also remember this, you are a gift to this universe. Indeed, you are. Own it. Own it in love, wisdom, and truth. Here on Leaders and Legacy in Style, we don't just talk, we awaken. And that's exactly what Anna shared with us today. And to help you rise into your own spotlight, you know, this is your September spotlight. It's your spotlight. It's not only for September, it's forever, but this is where you step into your own. I've launched the Style Clarity campaign, your complimentary 7-step confidence bundle. A one-on-one session with me, because you're going to have questions. This is for that small percentage, and it is small, but it's a needed percentage of women who not only love fashion, but want to develop their own style and know, love, adorn, and applaud their bodies and dress it in a way that showcases them in the best way. So that one-on-one session with me will be powerful, and there's so much more to offer to you. Subscribe today at my YouTube channel, Joy Ruffen Femininity, Style, and Truth. And the joyruffen.com Style Clarity Bundle is yours. So embrace it. You can wear it and own it. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm repeating myself. Joy Ruffen, Fashioning, Femininity, Style, and Truth. We're looking to expand everywhere with you. So for more radiant conversations that blend style, substance, and soul, love that, heart and soul connected. Until the next time, keep rising, keep shining, and spread your wings and soar high, my eagles. Sending you much love now and always. All the best. Much love. Cheers.